Looking out of my kitchen window, I'm sitting here with a view, but something is sitting here with me because I carry it quietly and sometimes unknowingly. And that's shame. Not guilt, but shame, because there's a difference. Guilt says I did something wrong, something that I can correct by my actions. But shame says something is wrong with me. And that belief can shape an entire life. How does shame even enter our lives? Shame just doesn't appear overnight. It is formed layer by layer, experience by experience. It can enter into your childhood when a child is corrected harshly instead of being guided by love. When they're told, don't cry, you're too much. When they're always accused and pointed at, not so much of what they did, but who they are. In those moments, the child doesn't think, I did something wrong. They begin to believe there's something wrong with me. Shame can enter in through rejection, being left out, overlooked. You know how you grow up, something as simple as being selected to be on a team, a sports team, and everyone is picked and you're the last one standing. You begin to wonder what is wrong with me. Shame can enter by being abandoned emotionally and physically. You begin to think something is wrong with me. That's why somebody don't want me. Rejections has a way of creating in your mind something that says, if they didn't choose me, something must be wrong. Shame can also be rooted in hurt from relationships, words that spoke anger and cut deep, moments where you were vulnerable and the vulnerability was mishandled. Instead of processing the pain outwardly, we turned it inward. And that what shame does. You turn the pain inwardly upon yourself and begin to attack yourself. And what about identity wounds? When you fully don't know who you are, when you spend years being who others needed you to be, when you shape yourself to be accepted, to be loved, or even try to be safe, you lose yourself. And a lost identity often gives birth to shame. Because now you're not only questioning your worth, you're questioning your very existence. Am I enough? I realize many of us have been living from a place of emotional survival. And in that survival, we picked up shame along the way. Even in my own journey, I had to confront it and continue to confront it. It started in my book, No More Crumbs, and I talked about it and what it means having a lost identity and how you can accept crumbs because it's so rooted in the belief that you don't deserve wholeness, fullness. And what does that belief come from? It comes from shame. Like I said, for me, it was shame from a childhood that I felt was embarrassing. Shame will have you accepting less, speaking less, becoming less because deep down you don't feel worthy of anymore. So you accept crumbs. But here's the truth, what I had to learn and continue to practice. Shame is learned, which means it can be unlearned. But first, you have to be aware without judgment. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. Notice when shame shows up. Listen to your inner dialogue. Are you criticizing yourself, minimizing who you are? Awareness is your first step to freedom. Separate your identity from the experience. You are not what happened to you. You are not the rejection. You are not the mistake. Mistakes happen and will happen. You are not the hurt. And you are not the opinion of others. Those were experiences, not definitions that define who you are. Reframe the narrative. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Ask yourself something. What happened? That shifts it from self-blame to understanding and having compassion for yourself. Shame is not just mental, it lives in your body. It's a phrase that goes around and it's true. The body keeps count. The body remembers. And when you feel it, the shame that comes with the emotional feelings, pause, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and let your body know you are safe. You can even speak short affirmations, something as simple as saying, I protect myself. I do not deserve crumbs. I am worthy. You know, we were never meant to live beneath our worth, which is amazing. We were never meant to carry the weight of shame. We were never meant to survive on crumbs. You deserve fullness, and so do I. You deserve truth, your truth, and you deserve to live freely from the lie that you are not enough. So today, we release shame and reclaim our identity and remind ourselves there is nothing wrong with us. I am whole, I am worthy, and I am more than enough. Me and you looking out the window, but looking within.